Are we live yet? I think we're live. Are we live? Is it working?
Yes, looks like it's working. I mean, at least on
Okay,
YouTube.
on YouTube. All right, let me double check. Um,
I mean, I have it opened
yeah,
in YouTube and I can look on the
mhm.
chat so you don't have to.
Okay, we're live. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining in. We'll wait for I think 2 or 3 minutes, see if anybody's joining us live. Okay, thanks so much, Rohit. It's working. I can see you. I hope you can see us. Hey, Ace. Okay, I think we can get started. Hi, Ace. Am I still audible or
Or is Ace missing?
oh yeah, I thought maybe you're missing in action.
Hi. Am I
Okay,
audible?
let's get started. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Why are you
Okay,
smiling?
let's get started.
I haven't seen you for ages.
I didn't go Mason.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I got a new apartment. I didn't get lost. There's a difference.
Wasn't one
Okay.
of the reasons for you to get a new apartment was to get a better network connection?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. That clarifies a lot.
No, I'm lagging.
But
That's
Lucas,
true.
why are you like this? Why are you like this, Lucas? What's wrong with his network?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's something on my side, but I can see whenever Ace moves, he's like swimming on the screen because of the lag.
Mhm.
Ah,
Well, is it just me or like Tuli? Do you like how do you see
No,
his?
I do see what you mean. I
Oh
do
yeah.
see. I'm thinking maybe it's how he set up the camera, or I don't know.
You think it's intentional?
Hey, maybe it's intentional. You never know. Anything is possible with X. That's one thing. Well, that's one thing for sure.
Yeah, I'm acting like Flash. So it's actually my camera. I think when I was moving, I
Mhm.
made some configuration that's I haven't figured out how to like return it back. So the camera just keeps lagging.
You see, I told you.
Oh, we have people in chat.
Yes. Someone said,
Do we?
Lucas looking sharp. Really?
I'm not surprised. You?
All right.
I am.
All right, cool. Let's get started, right? Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in, either on YouTube, here on live, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, whether you're watching us from. Thank you so much for joining us. So today's meeting is about conference. So it's a conference community call. So this is where we discuss all things conference related. So today live, I'm joined by Lucas and Ace, and we have everybody on the YouTube side. So hi everyone, good to see you there on chat. Okay, all right. On my agenda, what do we have? I had to write it down. I have a few items because I always forget. So the first thing that we have is the CFP for Helsinki. We've opened up the CFP for Helsinki last week. So we are currently accepting speakers from all over the world. So if you have any talk related to the Sync API community, you want to teach us anything new, are there any cool stuff that you have been experimenting on, especially maybe on V3? Do you have something cool to share? Please, 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 please submit that talk. We would love to have you as one of our speakers. The deadline will be on the 27th of March. So we'll be in Finland, Helsinki, and we'll be hosted by API Days. So we'll be part of API Days conference. So make sure you join us. Yeah, so that is one part of the conference update. The next thing that we have is the conference website. We have a new conference website. Ace, can you share your screen, please?
Why? What?
You heard me. Can you share your screen?
Like now.
Can you
thought
open up? Yeah, like now.
So you need to be specific. What am I sharing on my screen?
The conference website.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. moment of truth.
All right. The moment of truth. Let's see how good this website is. All right. As you can see, we have a new conference website available now. Thanks to Ace. Good work. After I don't know how many weeks of him missing in action. But yeah, we now have a new conference website for 2020.
You're really gonna criticize me live? Really, Tuli?
You know what? You know how hard I have to work to make sure that he gets this thing done. Do you know that? It's like every morning I woke up, that was the first thing I had to go on Slack. I'm like, Ace, which one is this one? What's going on here? But anyways,
So if you're watching live or you're watching this stream later, I'm not normally like this, okay? So forgive Tuli.
really?
Yes.
Are you sure? Okay. All right. Yeah, I forgive you because you were moving apartments and you were busy. You were missing in action. So, okay. I don't know what's going on. Is it me or are they 4, 5 screens? Okay. Thank you.
I forgot I was sharing.
Luckily, you didn't share anything bad.
Ish. Anyways, back to the agenda. We have a new conference website. Thank you so much, Ace. Finally.
My
But
pleasure.
yeah, we still, yes, thank you so much. We have a lot of issues that are coming up. Okay. Ace has opened up some pull requests. So if you're looking to improve the website, is there something that you think we should improve? Please, please, please come and contribute so that we can make the website look even super good.
Can we get
yeah.
rid of this duplicate
Yeah,
in the carousel?
I think so.
Or is it
Yes,
intentional?
this is intentional. So just in case we have more locations, so we can keep it animated and keep it moving.
But can't you make it like, I don't know, make them bigger, right? Then we can have like 3 big that keep on rotating or something.
Yeah, that's currently what's happening.
No,
But we
but
have
it looks like
London twice, Paris twice, Helsinki twice. That's what I mean. Like, can we just have?
So because that means it would not like keep moving. It's not just gonna be one.
Hey, come on.
Static.
We have troll in the meeting.
do we
We have
have
what?
Yeah, I think
We have a
I'll,
troll.
yeah, let me
meeting.
remove him.
Can you remove him?
Yes, I did.
We have a
How?
troll.
Yeah,
What are you talking
Yes.
troll in the chat, like commenting
Yeah,
in
the
my
troll in
name.
the chat, like here on Zoom. Yeah, I removed him.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Oh God.
This sucks. This is my first time experiencing this.
But how he was able to write in? He
I
just
mean, like,
logged in.
So we probably thought
I
it's
mean,
us.
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you were saying.
Yeah, so the thing is that like it's like so I love the new website. I'm just confused by this duplicates, that it's the carousel rotates duplicates. Even if we plan to have more events, we can have it commented out, right? Like we can have just 3 or even 4. So we can have like 3 the ones that we already know about. And then the 4th one that we still have like in plans, and then one.
Okay, so it's not gonna like move if we have 4. Is that what you're saying?
It will not move. I mean, if it's not gonna move, then maybe we lose the opportunity.
What do you mean a sword? Does it mean that we only have 3, whatever you call them, cards that keep on rotating? That is the number. We can't put 4.
So we can actually have 4, Because now if we have, let's say we have 4 places, 4 events, right? So if we're gonna, so this is like an endless, like, should I call it endless scrolling or endless movement? So it just keeps going and keeps repeating itself. And if you have like 3, 4 cards, it's still gonna still repeat itself.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Hmm.
Ukash? You're on mute.
Yeah. Now I know. So basically, by removing the duplicates, we cause carousel to not rotate.
Yes, it won't rotate because
Because it's like it's gonna rotate only if there are more than 4.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can we still, in the end, just have 4 without rotation?
Yeah, I mean that would work also. So we can actually make it more fun, on desktop view, and this would be a really nice issue to like create for if you're interested in like implementing it. So I'm gonna create a new issue, so we can actually have it rotate for mobile devices, then make it static for desktop or tabs.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Sounds like an idea.
like basically the problem, I'm raising this problem because the first impression I had when I opened conference website, I was like, oh, nice. We have new look. It's beautiful, but looks like we have some placeholders still committed and in production. So I was basically thinking that it's just a placeholder, that it's not really CFP, etc. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I don't understand. It makes a lot of sense because initially I have this because I thought we're gonna have like more events, right? So which means if we have this scrolling, it would make more sense. But we can actually keep it static. I'm gonna create an issue, like so that you can like, share what you have in mind. So we have actually, I think we have some comments in the chat. Want to read them?
Okay. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. So currently we are discussing the website design. So I will share the website repo so you can contribute if you're interested in improving the website. I don't know, would you like to say something, introduce yourself, maybe? Daniel Jones?
Maybe you wanna unmute yourself and introduce yourself, Daniel.
All right, cool. I think you can open an issue on the conference website, the link that I just sent you, then you can like share what you'd like to improve on the website, if that's fine. Awesome. We also have Sarah and Maya. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I want to say hello, Sarah and Maya.
Hello, everyone. Well done, Ace, for the website. It's looking good. I like it.
Oh, thanks to you, Maya.
Hi, Lucas. Hi, Tuli. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Maya.
Yeah.
hello.
Sarah, want to go next? Okay, I don't think so. So yeah, I also have like something I want to like discuss about the conference website. Yeah, because I already have the discussion with Tuli before, right? I mean, if you remember, I was saying something about how we can like manage our CFPs ourselves, right? Because at the moment, like API days like manages the whole CFPs for now, because all the venue we've gotten so far is going to be sponsored by API Days, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes, so which basically means API Days, they have like a system in place for handling CFPs and registrations. And then it looks all perfect, it looks all okay. But then I started thinking, what if at some point we have another interested host or sponsor, which means we are gonna have to, let's say the sponsor doesn't have a system in place for handling registration and CFPs. We have to then be the one to handle that, right? So I was thinking, in the future, what if we handle the whole process of CFP, of collecting cover papers as speakers? What if we handle everything on our own, like without using any other external system, like what API Days like would provide for us? I don't know if you understand my question.
All right. So like I explained, currently, like since API Days is hosting us, they're sponsoring us, right? All their conferences, they have it under one, they have one CFP, right? So it's not only us. We have Open API, we have GraphQL, we have us as Async API. So there are different initiatives that they host. So it's we sort out is best because they provide us all the information. So I think we should just like go with them. But if we maybe like next year, maybe we can start to do things on our own when we have like everything in place. Because number two, we still hadn't done the website as it. We're still starting out. So it was best that we use the resources that they provided, like have the CFP done on their platform and conducting speakers, etc. So it was less of a burden for us, but yeah, it can be something that we can consider next year.
Yes, I mean, because like if I'm talking about from the aspect of the user experience. If you try to use, I don't know, if you try to use the conference website and you're trying to like apply for speaker to speak at a certain event, right? You would want to like from the website takes you to API Days website. And that is kind of confusing, right? And you're like one time you're trying to like apply to speak at Async API conference, and all of a sudden the link takes you to API Days. I mean, it looks confusing at some point, but yes, for now it works, right? But maybe for next year we should try to have a system in place where we do all of these handling all of these things ourselves, right? So, but yeah, this is something I can like start a discussion about and maybe create issues. Yes, help. We need help. If you're interested in contributing, of course, that would be highly appreciated.
Tuli, can you do you have rights to
Yes.
like block accepting new people joining?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, but I keep on. Oh my God!
I was trying my best.
Just
I was trying my best not to laugh.
But
so you don't they join by default, or you have to accept them?
We have to accept them.
No, I don't know. It's like
That was
Maya
me.
joined,
No.
right?
that
Then
was
there is
me.
a duplicate Maya.
No.
I
That was
don't know
me.
what-
That was me. I was the
Is
one who
it?
accepted. Yes, I was the one who admitted. So I get a notification, then I click accept because I thought they were joining to, live. So I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Okay, so I would suggest that, I mean, it's interesting to see so much interest, but let's make
Oh
sure
my
we don't
God.
let's make sure we don't admit anyone else, because I want to focus on the meeting.
Yeah,
some
I
dumbass.
think just for
Yes, it was actually diverting
my
my
God.
attention. I was trying so hard not to laugh. I was about to burst into laugh.
Yeah, even me.
Jesus, like
Yeah.
I have to click and remove these messages. Like if there's nothing else more important to do. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay. I think, yeah, we are fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think on YouTube everything is well, right?
yeah, because
Just in
YouTube has
case.
built-in filters for this kind of
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I
only Zoom
think we
sucks.
should be good. All right. Okay. I think let's breathe in, breathe out.
I'm not
Just
laugh.
in one, yeah.
I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, let's breathe in, breathe out. Okay, for everybody who's watching and they don't understand what's going on, yeah, we have some trolls, a bunch of trolls that just joined Zoom live, and it hasn't been pleasant for the past, I don't know how many minutes. So yeah, please forgive us if we look like we're distracted or we don't know what we're
Mhm.
doing. But yeah, don't worry, everything has been settled. So we should focus and continue. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let's move on.
Yes, so let's move on. So I was actually diverted when I was asking my question because what was happening live on Zoom. So I'm just going to rephrase what I was saying, right? So I was saying this is something we should consider doing for next year. And yeah, if that's going to be possible, we have to like start making arrangements and plans for that this year. So next year we would already have it in place. Then we can use it next year.
Yeah, that is actually a good idea because that's the same idea that I had. For now, like since we're in 2024, we know that we want to extend AACoT to 2025. So we should just start preparing, like put a checklist of things that we need to do, have a proper CFP form that works, and all those things. The website for next year, we should start preparing it while it's still early. Then yeah, by the time it's January 2025, that everything that we have is in place. It's just that to announce the venues and everything else. So yeah, I do totally agree.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But now you're saying 2025. I actually have a question for I think Bukash to be specific. So I think you mentioned something about having this API specs kind of conference. So how would that's gonna be related to the Sync API on top?
API specs conference is it ain't gonna happen, basically.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I gave up. Um, I gave up, and I mainly gave up and changed my motivation because I want to focus more first on this booth approach that we
okay.
tried in Paris last year. And I basically have a feeling that API specs conf is not gonna happen in this year, next year, not very soon, until we actually have a community of different standards. And that's what I would like to achieve with the with this API booth, APIs and standards booth. Because at the booth at API days, we will have this chance to basically get to know each other, people from different standards, set up some kind of joint community, and then we can really think about like joint conference. So we basically have to establish a trust. I think I would call it a trust. Because whenever we were starting these discussions, like everyone had different opinions. Then also Linux Foundation said that if they organize it, the price was like super, super huge. So so I stopped pushing, and that's why I went with the API specs booth because it's easier to prove that it makes sense.
So do we have like a public discussion around that we can like check out?
About which topic?
The API boots of a thing?
No, no, I didn't start anything public because I don't even know where to start it. So that's I'm basically contacting people like I did with Paris. So the JSON schema folks, the I want to engage with Open API in their Slack to join one of their community meetings because they had one delegate last year. And I want to check with them if we can get some regular support from their side. So so there's no public, let's say, one place where we discuss things, because every standard community is different, you know, like not everyone are so eager to so open discussion somewhere on GitHub. I think we're the only ones that can handle trolls during live streams and laugh at it. Only I'm able to discuss with you at the same time, click on menu and delete every single message. So I'm not pushing for any public. Even when we were discussing this API specs and conference, nobody wanted to have it like in open. There was a private channel for it. And whenever I was pushing for public channel, it was weird. It was weird. So that's why I basically do this. I do the same approach that we anyway have to always do, like with conference, like we do our public stuff, but we also do our proactive private. Like, so with API days, it's not that we put up a public discussion and API days came in and, hey, we want to organize with you. Obviously, Tuli, sometimes I'm jumping into meetings and we collaborate. Same with speakers, like we call out for Helsinki because we have calls for speakers, but we also should proactively reach out privately to people, telling them about CFP and asking if they want to present. So yeah, that's my excuse why there's no one single discussion, because it's basically not possible.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. And one more thing I also want to suggest, we have on the website is actually a particular section for FAQ. What do you think, Tilly? Because we get like a lot of
questions.
Yes, because we have a lot of questions, like people is asking, do we get this, do we get that, do we get travel, you know, supports, do we have like the speakers like get these, how do I get a free ticket and stuff? So we can actually have a particular page, an FAQ page on the website, where we like answer these most frequently asked questions.
But then the thing that I'm against about FAQs is that we change. Different sponsors have different requirements, right? So, for instance, right, I'll give you an example, right? For Paris last year, the community got 100 tickets, right? It might not be the same as Madrid. It might not be the same as London. So different sponsors have different requirements. So this is why I'm against like having like a set questions. That's why sometimes like we proactively answer them like on live streams, on DMs. So yeah, that's why I'm against, because anything can change. Like for instance, we can say right now we are not sponsoring. At this present moment, we are not sponsoring. We can't provide like scholarships. But once we get sponsors, right, that can change as well. Then if we don't have the budget anymore, we revert back to the initial we won't be able to sponsor. So that's why I'm against the FAQs, but I'd rather like answer like on an ongoing basis. I don't know. Yeah, that's my honest opinion.
It's like
What do you think, Ubash?
FAQ per event.
Yeah, and that's another one. That's another way of looking at it, right? Can't we have like FAQ per event?
Maybe.
You know, you click on Helsinki, you get to like check out the FAQs for Helsinki.
Can you give some examples of what would be in FAQ?
How do I get a free ticket? That's one. Do we get accommodation support? Do speakers get accommodation support? I get that also. And so on. I mean, like, I get some of these questions asked.
what if the questions are the same for all the
And also
locations?
another example I also like
Wait,
get
Ace,
from
Maya is saying something. Wait. What did you say, Maya?
okay.
I was saying, what if the questions are the same thing, like the same answer for all the locations? So what's the point of having different FAQs for different locations?
So I think
Did you get that, Ace?
it's actually not about the questions being like answers for the same questions, right? The problem is actually different standard or different criteria from different sponsors. So in sorry, in London, right, we can have sponsors for accommodation, but in Helsinki we might not have, right? So which basically means the same question but different answers.
Okay. But yeah, maybe because like I said, okay, give us an example of questions. Maybe we can start from there.
So this is an example of the one I got recently, right? So one of our mentees, right, is interested in applying to speak, right, for one of the events. And his question is, as a mentee that participated in the Syncpad mentorship program and is also actively contributing to projects and also volunteering in the community, does he like get support for, let's say, accommodation or flight tickets?
Okay, that's what I just answered, right? For now, we are not at the capacity to sponsor anybody. We don't have any budget. But once sponsors come in, like different companies start sponsoring, then we can start to discuss. But also remember that the sponsorships have criterias, right? We have TC members first. We have ambassadors as well. Then mentees can follow. You understand? So also, those are the things to consider as well.
So you prefer we answer this question verbally?
I don't know. Like I said, circumstances are different, right? So I don't know if it should be a set criteria or I really don't know. I don't have a really direct answer.
In the end, I think it's always gonna be the answer will always be like not at the moment, but drop us an email at info@askingAPI.io and just let us know. And if we have a better answer, we're gonna let you know. That would be. I mean, so the only advantage that I see for FAQ is that thanks to FAQ, we will at least be consistent with the answer, right? So we will we say no, but let us know that you're even interested. And then we know that whoever answers is just like look into FAQ and we have the same answer provided. That could be advantage.
Are you happy, Ace?
Yes, I am.
You don't look.
Yeah, I am. I really want us to have an FAQ.
Okay, you just want us to really have an FAQ, right?
Yeah.
Okay, compile the questions, then open a discussion. Then we'll see if we can deliberate on that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. I can start a discussion or an issue. Then I'm gonna tag you all.
Then just list the
Exactly.
list of questions. Yeah, just list the list of questions. Then we see what we can put in and what we cannot put in so long. Yeah.
All right, no problemo.
Okay, cool. So the next thing is we need a stage host, a conference, and a conference moderator for Helsinki. So if you will be interested in volunteering to become a host, a conference host or moderator, please let us know. Because we seriously need somebody to host the conference. Although I did reach out to Barbanyo and ask if some of the ambassadors will be interested. So I'm still yet to receive a response on that. Yeah, that's what we have for Helsinki. And lastly, conference funding. We're still looking for sponsors, for financial sponsors for the conference. We need money. We need your funding, actually, like to help the speakers travel, to also help the volunteers. Like A said, there are so many people who can't afford to travel. So this is where the budget comes in. So if you're interested in sponsoring us or in funding us, or for more information, you can go to the conference website. We have a section there. You can download our sponsorship prospectus, or you can email us at info@api.io, or you can reach out to either me or Lucas on Slack. We'll be happy to answer any questions you might have if you're interested in conference funding. It's also not limited to money, by the way. If you want to sponsor swags, or I want to sponsor differently, you can just discuss to see where you fit in. It's not always about money. Or maybe you want to also host us as well. We still have one more spot left for anyone who wants to host us. So you can just let us know as well. Yeah. That will be it. That's everything that I have from my end. Anything that I might have missed?
I have one question and request. So
Uh-huh.
it's our second edition of AACoT',
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it next year as well. Again, shouldn't we? I mean, we are already experienced after last year. Wouldn't it be good if we this year, whatever happens around conference, we create a kind of checklist, like all the basics that we have to do to get conference in place. So next year's it's smooth. It's like we just improve. But we have basically this kind of task list. It can be just a bullet list, a discussion on a discussion uh, on discussions in GitHub or whatever. But like basically we have like items like, okay, Helsinki CFP, and what do we do? Like, so we know about CFP Helsinki. What do we do? So we do posts on social media. We get info in general channel. But what more do we do? Like, like who will, like, for example, the next step should be somebody reach out to our previous speakers from previous years, from previous events, to let them know, hey, we have a conference in Helsinki with CFP is open, please apply. Like, because that's, for example, standard that usually happens when people organize conferences. For example, there's one, I don't join it this year, but in the past years, I was always joining one conference in Bulgaria just because they remembered me and they were like pinging, hey, Łukasz, do you have some interesting topic you would like to share? So for me, it was nice that they reminded me, but also it was like, hey, they remember me. That's nice of them. So I'll consider them even more. You know what I mean? So, and again, like, so we have basically this item, like, hey, reach out to previous speakers, and then we know who can do it. Like, we assign, like, we basically say, hey, like during the meeting, I can say like, hey, I can help out. Let's create private channel because it's about emails and private stuff. So like, whoever wants to reach out to people, let's create a temporary private channel where we coordinate who contacts who, because some of the speakers I know, some I don't. So better if you reach out to them because you had more interaction with them, you know, like, because then it goes on this specific private level where it's much better if I reach out to someone or you reach out to someone, because they know you from previous interactions. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm
Okay.
like. and then if we have it for Helsinki, then we improve it for London, and we improve it even more for Paris. Then we build up this kind of, like a framework, like a tool set or whatever, that it's much easier to execute. Like there's not much thinking needed, like for every event. And we have this like, hey, what about free tickets? How many free tickets we have? How do we communicate it? Where do we communicate it? How do we distribute it? Who will be responsible for redistribution? Because it would be easy, and we can say that, yeah, Tuli, you're community manager, you should do everything. But that's not a healthy approach. And I, for example, would love to help, especially in this direct discussions, whenever I know someone.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think it is a good idea. It is a good idea. So should I open like a Kanban board on something, then we can put up there like a checklist of things needed to be done, or I don't know. Do you have any tools that you can suggest? Otherwise, I'm thinking like GitHub Kanban.
So I can send you, I did it, so I don't like any management tools, but it's just me. If you decide to use it, I'm gonna use it. But when I ran the online conferences in previous years, I had something like, I just had this discussion.
Okay.
So I had this like, I maintained this kind of section-based cheat sheet, what has to be done.
Okay.
Sometimes there was some issue created, sometimes not. And sometimes I was just like, it was like typical project management, or it's not, or program management. I think it's more project management. Like, so basically conference is a project. So we have a project for this year. We need to organize. So like, for example, ambassador program, or like it's program, right? It's like recurring. It's like it's never ending. It let's say. And in conference, it's like it's like a project. Like for this year, our project is to organize conference 2024. That's the items we have to execute to get it done. And what I was basically doing, I was making, of course, I was still doing a lot of things for the conference, but I was also doing like project management, like basically like you did with Ace today, like, yeah, Ace, like finally we have the website, like finally we can give you a green light on the item. But basically website update, it's one of the items on this checklist. Like even this, because thing is, I think that so there are two things. Bus factor. So bus factor, it's like you can be hit by a bus anytime. And then what's next if you're hit by the bus? It means like nobody will be able to organize conference. That's harsh comparison, but that's actually real. That's
What?
real name. It's called bus factor.
Okay.
I recently on social medias I shared this picture of a person that was hit by a bus and another person saying like, "Oh, that was the only person knowing the passwords." So that's real thing. I did not invent bus factor, and I'm not definitely expecting that any of us will gonna be hit by a bus. But we basically have to always keep it in mind, especially in open source. But more important is that with conference, and I remember when I was doing it last years, like there were so many like these tiny items, tiny things, like for example, I didn't check, do we have a CFP announcement on asyncAPI.com?
The banner?
The
Oh
banner.
no. We
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Yeah, and that's what this cheat sheet, this like reminder list, bullet point list, whatever we call it, That's what it would be for. Like this basic stuff. Like, hey, we have CFP. Like the same day we should have a pull request to add the banner. You know what I mean? Like, so this basic stuff that we don't forget. Because these are the tasks that we don't do regularly. It's just like whenever the conference is. So it's like once every 4 months. So your brain will not get used to these tasks. So you need a reminder list of these basic items, like put on LinkedIn, put on Twitter, put on the banner, you know, put it in the newsletter, put it in the blog, like, because there are so many different channels we are at. It has to be mentioned everywhere, and we have to remember that. So that's what I'm suggesting. If it's a discussion, if it's a Kanban, whatever, I think the most important is that it's something that we can, let's say, London CFP comes into place, and we just have and we have a bullet list, and we can have like, hey, so, and you can say like, okay, I'm handling Twitter and LinkedIn, and Ace can say like, hey, I have time, I can put up a banner pull request. It's like, come on, it's just what 2 fields changed or whatever. I can do it. You know, and we can like a group work on it.
All right. Makes sense. Okay. I will prioritize that. Yeah, it actually makes sense because I forgot about the website banner, honestly. It
And I
already
think
slipped my mind.
a lot of people will be interested in helping if you have this kind of system in place.
Yeah, it's like especially like if you have people coming in, hey, I want to contribute, and then like, hey, if you want to do some even no code contribution, or maybe there's some website stuff that you can do, like here's the link, that's a bunch of stuff that you can do, and we will I mean, whenever we do conferences, we thank people that cooperated and made it happen. So you're helping us, then we will for sure acknowledge your help and make it public.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. I will definitely work on that. I'll definitely do the checklist. Yeah. All right. Anything else before we wrap up? Maya?
By the way, Akshat wrote in the chat, he's suggesting Notion, that you can use Notion.
On Notion?
Yeah,
okay.
he's pushing it everywhere.
Yeah, and Notion has this public URL you can like easily share.
Oh, okay, so Ace is also pro Notion. So many Notion ambassadors. Are you getting paid
All right,
for
I'll
it?
check it out.
No, it's just cool.
Are you getting paid?
No.
Are you getting paid? Okay. Thank you, Akshat. Thanks so much. All right. Okay. Anything else that I might have forgotten? All right, another thing. Should we have these conference meetings once every month or twice every month? Question.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna say twice a week, twice a month.
Okay.
Bi-weekly, it's called.
Bi-weekly, yeah. Bi-weekly.
You're not serious, right?
I'm serious. Bi-weekly. Bi-weekly would be okay. Twice a month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it bi-weekly or bi-month? Oh, never mind. Okay, twice every month.
Bi-weekly is every 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, my brain is fried. I think all right. So, okay. I think same time, right? Is it fine?
Yeah.
Same time, yeah, same time works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah,
what?
All right.
Yeah. And we can also once we have it regular, we can also directly invite like maybe Georgia would like to join or at least follow. Maybe she's also will have like about the task list. Maybe she also will have some ideas. So we have people in the community already.
Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. So schedule the next meeting for 2 weeks. Then by then I'll have the checklist done. I'm not like Ace. I'll make sure it's done. I'm joking.
I don't know
I won't be
bond.
missing it. Yeah, I won't be missing in action. Don't worry.
That's how we encourage people to join the group.
All right. Thank you so much for everyone who joined today. Okay. Before we close, anything else?
Yeah, by the way,
But-
maybe maybe we should have a conference working group, because that's actually what we are doing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who's gonna write
I
it
love
there?
that.
Oh, Maya, you are still here.
Yeah. So I was attending to my sister.
So you're on the meeting, but you
Yeah.
prefer to talk to your sister than to us, right? That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I was disturbing me so I had to attend to her. Sorry.
Yeah. But seriously,
All
like
right.
working group it's a group of people working on the same, and they have roadmap. So basically, the
Mhm.
task list I was talking to you, it's like basically a
Yeah.
kind of roadmap.
Okay. All right. Okay. Actually, it makes sense. All right. I think I will do the pull request after I'm done with the checklist. Then I'm sure by next 2 weeks, everything will be in line. Then we can invite people and yeah. Conference working group. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and I'm looking
Alright,
forward to the
anything
next
else?
meeting.
Yeah, me too. Like, least it won't be dramatic like today's meeting, right?
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
mean-
eventful.
I mean, for this kind of fun, even with these trolls,
Mhm.
I can join every meeting.
All right then. Time is up. All right. Thank you so much for everyone that joined. So we're going to make this as a regular conference community meeting every 2 weeks. So which means that I will see you in 2 weeks' time, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. UTC. Thank you so much, Lucas, Ace, Maya, Akshat, and everybody there on YouTube.
And Sarah.
And I hope you just and who?
And Sarah.
What did you
Sarah.
say?
Sarah and others.
And so, oh yeah, shout out to Sarah.
Daniel,
And
I
I don't
think.
know. I just
Yeah, Daniel.
yeah, and Daniel. What was the first one, by the way? Yeah. Sarah and AACoT' team, thank you so much for making our day. I'm sure we had an eventful meeting today. Yeah, it was quite fun. It was quite fun. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks where we discuss all things conference. And bye, everyone.
Bye. Peace out.
Bye-bye.